Oh my God, your poor dad.
Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brant sister.
Welcome back, baby.
Oh my God, your tongue came so far out of your mouth when you said that. I thought you were going to say, look what you made me do, girl.
Come kiss me in front of all these people.
It's so weird when people, like, the way people move their mouths, like, is so creepy when people, like, say their L's, like, L. L. And then they, like, touch the tip of their tongue to the tip of their nose.
Or like I can't do it. The crispy R's.
Crisp. The crispy R's.
Crispy.
It's like
Shayla has a crispy R.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't strike me as a crispy.
It's funny because it's always been something that we've said, we're like, oh, we love the way you say these certain words. But it wasn't until TikTok where it had a name, crispy R.
Crispy. You do it really good.
But that's the only thing I can say.
I can only do it when you do it.
I can only say that one word. I can't say anything else.
You know who has a big crispy R? Kourtney Kardashian.
Right.
Okay, I haven't caught up on. I haven't kept up with the girls, but I've been seeing a lot of clips, and I'm really excited because I feel like this might be like Kourtney's redemption arc on Kardashians. Hopefully, shit. And she's like really the only one in the family that's calling out Tristan for how poorly he treats Khloe.
Right.
And I feel like justice for Kourtney in that way, because like everyone else is like just so welcoming to, I wonder how we would act. Okay, let's like play out a scenario. Okay, so let's say Bailey has a boyfriend who just like is Tristan.
Okay.
Like she is going in to have her baby. Like she's 9 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
And her boyfriend cheats on her.
Let's be honest. Like that wouldn't happen to Bailey. That would happen to me.
Probably. I mean, I would have a really, really hard time being nice to that person in your delivery room.
Okay.
Okay, but if it's her delivery room, you're going to like start a problem?
No, but I would be like, Kim, remember in the episode, she was like, remember when you watched a current TV show?
Literally never.
So
we watch Survivor.
Yeah.
Is that current?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know
the
that was
current
still
Oh,
on.
yeah. It's on right now.
Oh my God, you guys.
Continue. Sorry.
But like every time Tristan turns his back, like Kim's like pretending to like yell at him, but she's not making a scene, but like it's really hard for her to not make a scene because literally days before Khloe has her baby, he publicly cheats on her.
Right.
Then she decides to have another baby with him, and the surrogate is literally pregnant. Nobody knows. And he cheats on her again with Jordan. And Kim's like, if this isn't the biggest sign
Wait,
to
that
not
was
have-
the Jordan time?
I think so. Because she says if this isn't the biggest time or biggest sign to not have another baby with this guy, then I don't know what is.
I thought that the Jordan one was first.
No, it was first he cheated on her. I mean,
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't even matter because like it's just
He just keeps cheating.
So and Chris is like, oh, like Khloe, are you sure you're done with him? I don't want you to regret not.
Okay, so that is annoying for Chris to be like that. I think what I could see myself doing for one of you guys is the kids are there, right? So
Yeah.
for that reason, I'm going to try to make it as normal and as peaceful as
You would be
possible.
like Kim.
Yeah.
But I think Kim's like a little bit more buddy with him than you would be.
It would also just be different because I would be fine being buddy as like your baby daddy, but not as the person, not as a potential of a potential partner to be with my sister.
Right. And I think Kourtney's just like, I'm not interested in being around this person literally at all.
Yeah.
And I think she sees like a lot of the way her family's reacting to this is like, that's like a triggering thing for her. Like, it's like they have no boundaries and no like, it's almost like loyalty to the sister almost. I think that's like what triggers her. But again, I haven't watched the show yet. So,
But did Chris tell everyone like, oh, there's something about each of your partners that I don't like? Is that why?
wait, have you guys talked to mom?
No.
I talked to her.
Did she listen to the episode?
She listened to the episode.
Oh, she did. What
I
did
talked
she
to her
say?
yesterday morning and she said, "Oh my God, your voice is better." I was like,
She
barely.
didn't address the episode.
She said she listened.
Oh, nice. Well, that's good.
I didn't say anything bad though, so maybe she's waiting.
Maybe
Maybe she
she's-
has a bone to pick with y'all.
Well, she called me. She didn't say shit to me. She's probably like,
She's probably afraid of you.
I know.
You're evil.
I'm evil
With mom.
I'm not evil with mom. I feel like mom and I have a very similar relationship that Courtney and Chris have, where it's like I love her, but like sometimes I'm like, stop.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this episode is coming out the week of Thanksgiving. Tinkies Givvies.
Tinkies, givvies.
Tinkies Wilkies.
You know,
Wilkies.
it's funny. I'm pretty sure was it Thanksgiving a couple years ago when you were really, really trying to sell us on the podcast?
Yeah.
And then you finally, because you'd been talking about it, but I feel like Thanksgiving was when you were really going in hard.
Yeah.
And then when we went back to mom and dad's house for Christmas is when we started recording our first episodes.
Yeah.
I also think a couple years ago, Thanksgiving was the Thanksgiving that Tiger and Hank got in a little fight.
They got in a little tiff.
Just like me and you.
I know. It's like Tiger and Hank are just like me and you.
It's so
It's
sweet.
like it's always brewing under the surface, and all it takes is one little thing.
But they can have so much fun together.
oh yeah, they're like the
But
boys.
then out of nowhere, like they're gonna have like a nasty quick fight.
and it's like it's always something that's so small,
Like
for,
food.
for them. It's like we're just eating around them,
And they're like, oh, she looked at you longer than she looked at me.
Yeah, and like Hank's like, no, my mommy feeds me from the table, and Tiger's like, no, my mommy's gonna feed me. And then they just see one little look in our eye.
Yeah.
And it's just like World War III. It's like us, like when you're in Germany, like you haven't drank or ate all day, and then you're just like, you are the most judgmental person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. Again, didn't know that was gonna be the trigger there.
I really can't. That is truly like such an insane thing to say.
It really is.
Okay, you judge literally everyone and everything.
I know, but like the way you said it, it was just like how did you think I was gonna be like, yeah, you know what, you're right?
Because like that is your whole like shtick on It's Me, Jade B.
I know it's like a bit though.
But it's like, so that's not an outrageous thing to say.
It's the way you said it, and it was
I'm really
like in
good
the
at that.
tone,
I'm really good at that.
and it was like you were using it as an attack.
Well, it's like if you were to say, "Oh, well, you know your body. You're like a meatball." It's like, okay, you can say that about yourself, and you guys could like have that conversation
like
together.
we can say it about ourselves,
can,
but you can't say it
well,
about
you could
us.
enter that conversation together, but like if
Yeah.
someone brings it up,
Yeah, you know,
from the outside.
you're pretty like short and stout. You
know
know
how you're
You're
sturdy.
so sturdy. That's what I was
You're
gonna
so
say.
sturdy.
Remember when Peter called me sturdy?
Peter did.
He said it because he's heard me say it, and then I said
Peter.
only I can say that.
Yeah,
Take it back.
take it back,
you say
Peter.
I'm
And he goes, "I'm taking myself back away from you."
He says, "You
At
want to go to
Chewy's.
Chewy's?"
Actually, I think we should talk about this more at Chewy's.
Yeah, you know what? Meet me at Chewy's.
Yeah.
If you guys are new here, Paige got dumped at Chewy's.
I did.
Yeah.
Right when my food was being set down on the table.
And if
Yeah.
you're new to Texas, Chewy's is great, and the creamy jalapeno sauce is really good.
Somebody the other day, this is adjacent to Chewy's, not Chewy's, but I was talking about like good chips and salsa in Austin. I don't really think there's good chips and salsa here, like literally at all. Like there's no place where I'm like, my mouth is salivating to have chips and salsa.
Chewy's.
Yeah, but like, okay, Chewy's is a chain. That's our only good place to get chips and salsa.
Well, and I don't even like the salsa. I
Right.
like
You like the jalapeno ranch. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, okay, baseline for just like decent chips and salsa, Chili's. Chili's chips and salsa is great.
they have the best chips.
Right. It's
Very
bottomless,
thin, very salty.
very thin, very salty,
Very crispy.
crispy R's.
Crispy.
And they have amazing salsa. It's not like groundbreaking. It's literally what salsa should taste like. It tastes like garlicky, jalapeno-y, tomato-y. It's like all the things you want. And then like you take a step up. Mi Casina.
No.
You don't like Mi Casina's chips and
No,
salsa? It
not-
literally tastes just like Baja.
Oh, here's the thing. When you said Mi Cocina, I saw Gloria's.
No, Gloria's has terrible chips
I
and salsa.
also saw Gloria's.
That's why I
and
said
I like
no.
the bean dip from Gloria's.
Yeah, but that's the only redeeming thing about Gloria's.
But you know
know,
what you
which
could
is
do?
not chips
You
and
can just
salsa.
ask for a bowl of beans at any place. if you
yeah,
want.
like if you go to, here's ideal situation, go to Mi Casina, get chips and salsa, ask for a side of beans, and then you're like best of both worlds. But
Okay.
I just think like awesome. And they're like, you know what you need to do? You need to go to
Matt's.
San Antonio.
Oh.
And I was like, no, I want to have good chips and salsa in the city. Why can't I fucking get good chips and salsa here?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, as Texans, I like blah, blah, blah. I was like, honey, I literally grew up 2 hours away from fucking Mexico. Like, I know good chips. Like, it's not like I'm like this person from Minnesota who's never had a good chips and salsa in her life.
Right.
This is getting very insular, sorry, but
Yeah.
I just like, I can go down a rabbit hole real quick.
Yeah. So, what were we talking about? How did we get on this subject?
I forget. Bailey, how do you know? What do you think?
How do you know?
How did we get here? How do you know it?
I don't know how we got here, but I also agree that we don't have very good chips and salsa. The best salsa that I've had is El Secreto de la Abuela.
What's that?
Oh, teeny little hole in the wall, but their chips are pretty thick.
Oh,
So
I like a-
bring you the Chili's giant bag of chips and go to El Secreto de la Abuela. It's BYOC.
so we're gonna be going to Killer for Thanksgiving, bringing Mr. Roberts.
That'll be
Are you
exciting.
bringing sticks? Okay.
I'm not bringing anyone either.
Okay. Are you bringing? You're bringing the boys.
What do you think Mom and Dad would do if I brought like a first date home to Thanksgiving?
Wait, should we hire someone to come home for Thanksgiving? You guys pretend like you're dating?
A stripper.
No.
Bailey, don't bring it up strippers.
A Keller stripper. I can't think of anything better.
What do you think the stripping clientele is like in Keller?
Honestly, it's probably not bad.
I was
You
gonna say
think?
it's probably weirdly good. Like all the people that like
We graduated
the
high school with?
hometown heroes that are like, I am a hot shit. Where am I gonna go? Like they want to be a Keller 10. They could be like an Austin 6, you know?
That would just be really funny if I just surprise.
Yeah.
You still could.
There's
May-
still time.
Maybe not for Thanksgiving because that is a little too short of notice, but maybe Christmas.
Well, I think the whole bit is like you just show up out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, but I have to find a
There's
person.
you have a week.
a week.
A week.
Maybe we'll see. But it will be exciting for Mr. Roberts to be there.
I know I'm kind of nervous
For why?
because, honey, you know how holidays get.
I know it.
It's like a very long all day. Here's Thanksgiving in our house. It's long. It's very laborious. Like our family is not like just chill Thanksgiving people.
You want to know what I bet's going to happen?
What?
He's going to be outside with the
Dad.
man.
And he's gonna be sitting there.
frying the turkey. Just they're going to be watching football and they're going to be drinking beers.
Yeah.
So he's going to be fine. If he comes inside the house, that's when he's going to get stressed.
Well, and yeah. Oh, he's for sure gonna get stressed. He's gonna be like, "Why? Like, what do we do?"
But he's going to, I can bet you anything, he's going to say, what can I do to help? And he's going to want to try to help inside. And then he's going to really regret it because
Yeah.
he doesn't even know how stressful it's going to be on the inside.
yeah.
So you should just tell him to stay
And
outside.
So our friends, the Ertles, are coming over, which is going to be really fun. It's always nice to have the Ertles there. They're a great buffer because they're a no drama family, and we are a high drama family.
Yeah.
We're like,
But they also low key love our drama.
I know, like they love because they're like problem solvers, and like Angie is truly the best like mediator I've ever seen in my life. Like she really knows how to come into a situation. Like when you started screaming at us in Paris because we were like, okay, I'm scared to say it because I feel like I'm going to trigger you. But when we were just saying like, okay, well maybe like we were being a little too like obnoxious.
You pissed me off so bad. You literally made me cry. I've never felt so betrayed in my life.
What?
Because
I know. I can't reconcile. Like, I don't understand
because
that.
all day it was just me and you.
I know.
And you were like it could have happened to anybody. Like you were so like we were
It
so
could've.
on the same page all day with each other. And then as soon as they got there, you were like, yeah, well, Paige. And you said it like, Paige, you could have been more careful. You did. And I was like,
No.
This
You
fucking
heard.
traitor.
No.
This lying traitor.
No, you heard you. I said we.
You said you.
No, I didn't. I would not.
Because you said Paige.
No, because you said-
And then, and I kept saying, did you not just say that? And Dad was like, yeah, she did. And I was like, thank you.
Well, Dad is like, what does he fucking know? He can't like hear.
Yeah, you want to ask Dad what he heard?
But like, all I was saying is like, we could have been more careful. Like, we got a little loose with we were loosey goosey. We like were on live. Like,
It was so much fun.
It literally could have happened to anyone, and we were loosey goosey on live. So the point of the story was that Paige just lost it on me and Brian, because Brian was like, you guys were probably like being a little, and he wasn't saying it in a malicious way at all. He was just saying like, you guys were probably like, you accidentally put a target on your back because you were on Instagram Live. And that, I agree with him. And then Paige started yelling at us, and then Angie just came in. She's like, you are okay, like you're a woman, and so you are taking all the blame, and that's what we do as women. And she like totally like just de-escalated the situation. I was like, oh my god, like, Angie, I have some things I would like to talk to you about that I need help with. So
Yeah.
and you know, and like that's our family. Like, we are a family of girls. Like, it's just, there's always like, we are like matches with gasoline, and like one little fire spark is just gonna
Yeah.
so, and that's what I don't want Mr. Roberts to see. So I'm gonna be on my best behavior.
I will too. Just
Wow.
don't piss me off, Art.
It's like we're like Tiger and Hank. We're like, okay, see, look
We're
at
gonna
us.
be really
We're
good this
really
year.
good.
We can both look at the table at the same time.
And we won't even get in a fight.
We'll
yeah,
see.
I was waiting for you to say something.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah. So, speaking of Mr. Roberts Sr. just had knee surgery today. So I sent him some flowers from the girls.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out to our number one fan.
Yeah. So shout out to Mr. Roberts Sr. Maybe he's listening to us right now as he's recovering.
I hope so.
Wishing
Yeah.
you well.
Wishing you all the best.
Wishing you a speedy recovery.
Yeah. So that's it. What else is going on with you girls?
Some person that I dated in the past, I'm not gonna say who,
Okay.
was trying to like sneak back into my life.
Oh, I know who.
And I did something that accidentally pissed him off, and then his response was, "You are insufferable." And then I pissed him off even more because it was the most dramatic thing. And I was like, "I'm insufferable." And he was like, "Well, I didn't mean," and like, "But you're being too dramatic." And I was like, no, I think I'm just insufferable. And I just kept thinking about it, and I'm like, that is one of the meanest things anyone's ever said. You're insufferable. Like, I haven't had someone say something that mean to me that's a boy since Tyson.
Your abusive ex.
My abusive, and he said some shit, and you're insufferable. And you want to know what it was? I said that something he said made me feel dumb and hurt my feelings.
Okay, but how'd you say it?
He said something, and I was like, I know this is really annoying and like and lame.
Can you
but
just tell the story
it
from
makes
the
me,
top?
But it makes me, you saying that like makes me feel dumb, and I don't like feeling dumb.
Okay, but here's how I feel like you think you said it like that.
Well, it was over text message, so that was, and I promise you, I was so careful with how I said my words, because I was like, he was like, "You're being short," and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm being short. What you said made me feel dumb and stupid. Like, I don't
What
like
did he
feeling
say?
dumb. I don't remember because I didn't think it was like. So I was being short, and I was apologizing for being short, and I was being very like honest and vulnerable. I was like, the reason I'm being short is because like you made me feel dumb, and I don't like feeling dumb. Like, that's an insecurity of mine.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Oh my God, you're insufferable," and I was like,
Do you think maybe he like doesn't know what that word means? Maybe he's dumb.
He's like, what? You're insufferable.
And I was like, way to tell somebody who just told you, you made me feel dumb and that is an insecurity of mine. And then your response is, you're insufferable. I was like, yeah, I feel even dumber. So thank you.
I feel like that guy's a loser, and it's just like you keep like going, like dipping your toe back in there, and he's actually the insufferable one.
Well,
Every story you tell
It's
me about him
pretty-
is like pretty insufferable, like to listen to because of him.
well,
Not you being
That's
insufferable. He's
pretty-
insufferable.
much done. But I will say something else. I did hang out with another person who we've had like, I don't know what his name's going to be.
You know what's so weird? If I was doing this, I feel like you would be like so judgy.
Well, with the insufferable person, yes. With this person, I don't think so. I mean, the first time we met was what, 13 years ago?
The insufferable guy?
No.
Wait, this
The,
guy?
the,
I thought
the
we-
new guy.
I thought that we were talking about.
We'll call this new guy Kurt. Kurt. So me and Kurt met 13 years ago.
Cute.
And then 3 years
happened?
ago,
What was the extent of your relationship 13 years ago? What were you
Make
guys
out.
doing?
Nothing.
Wait,
And
how,
stuff.
like, let's paint the scene. What year was it?
2010.
2010. So you were like combing over your little side bang in the
And
mirror.
I was like really tan.
And you were so
with my
tan.
fake tan.
And your
And my
hair was black.
No, my hair was blonde.
Very
Like,
blonde.
Oh, was it blonde?
Like bleachella blonde.
Oh,
you.
2006. Okay, I was thinking 2006.
Yeah, no.
No. 2010. Okay, so and then you are in your sorority girl era.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I thought you were talking about. So you. Okay.
That's what I thought. We are on the same page. I have no idea who Paige is talking about.
Now I take back everything I said about insufferable guy. I don't even know who you're talking about. Please give us a clue about who. I can't believe. Wait, why did you call Kurt? Like, give me the thought process about.
I know
that.
why.
Why?
Well, because he's a musician. Was.
A different guy.
You guys have no idea who I'm talking about.
No, because I'm mixing up with another person who was a musician from that same era of yours. But he was a rapper.
A white rapper, just like a mummy.
Anyways,
Wow.
Who's the
Sorry,
insufferable guy?
everyone.
Just go like this.
And then go like this.
Oh no, he's literally insufferable.
that's-
oh my god,
that's-
he is
wait,
so insufferable.
that's why I thought you knew what I was saying.
No, I was just
Wait,
like,
so who did you
clue me in.
Who did you think I was
Kurt.
talking? How do you know who Kurt is?
yes,
You just said that.
I heard it.
You did. Yeah, we all heard it.
Everyone
Literally,
put your guesses into what you think that guy's name is.
everyone heard
okay,
that.
I'll have to cut this part out.
Wait. No, give me
I cannot believe that you are still talking to insufferable guy.
Well, I'm not anymore.
That's what you said last time. He was insufferable.
Well,
Will you guys fucking clue me into who this is?
because you were.
the one we got in a fight over Oktoberfest.
oh,
That's why I thought that you guys were like knew who I was talking about because you're like, oh yeah, he is insufferable.
I was just like,
And then
honestly,
you were like, does he know what that means? I was like, oh yeah, you guys totally know who I'm talking about.
No, I was just like having your back. Like I was like, oh yeah, he's insufferable. Like I don't even know who you're talking about. Like honestly, the fact that exchange happened, you guys like hate each other. You
know.
an insufferable guy.
I know.
Why do you still talk to him.
Well, we're not anymore. He got real pissed.
No, but that's
so-
what you said last time.
Yeah, but then
You've done this like
I
3
know,
times.
but
you
then
know,
remember-
let me just put this into perspective for you. You know who insufferable is?
Colorado.
no, the other
worst.
one. Yeah, except
Worst.
the only difference is we don't.
I don't either.
Okay. Anyways,
No, he reminds me of the guy that I would always hang out with as just friends who Paige fucking hated.
Likewise.
Like everyone hated him. And we would just like always fight, but like I was so bored. Like I had nothing else to do. And so I just like talk to him.
well, this guy was like is either really, really nice because he's like obsessed with me. But if I say like one like minor
That's what
wrong
this
thing,
guy did.
then you know he's mad about it. So,
Okay. Well,
Anyways.
I cannot. Believe
anyways, with the other person, Kurt, we had a lovely time.
Okay, I was gonna say like I thought Kurt was like a gentleman.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Okay, phew. Well, I was just like, sorry, Kurt, for talking shit about you. I didn't know.
Yeah, no,
You're not insufferable. The other one is.
As far as we know.
Is this like too insular? I feel like, are the girlies even gonna know?
I think they'll be interested.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's some tea there. Damn, I cannot believe you're still talking to that guy. Like, truly. I can't wait to tell Mr. Roberts. He's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Well, you remember why, right? Because he picked me up when I couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah.
And so it was like, there was like some back and forth exchanges. And then it's like, are we ever going to hang out? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
I don't know. You're pretty insufferable.
well, yeah, I'm insufferable. Anyways.
What were we saying? That was it? That was the story?
I just wanted to say, so what's like the worst thing as of late that, or maybe not as of late because you both have boyfriends, that someone said to you, like, you're insufferable? I was like, wow, that's a pretty bad one.
I mean, honestly, I think when people said I was lacking self-awareness,
We're judgmental.
yeah. Okay. Here's what I have to say about that. Cause I've been festering on it, obviously, like they're on my like, hit list. I will never, not hit list, but it's just like, my hate list, along with the woman in the movie theater who told me to, can you put your phone away?
Which you should have put your phone away.
I did, but
Yeah.
like she didn't have to say it like that and embarrass me in front of my date.
Right.
But I've been thinking, and it's like, okay, telling me that I am lacking self-awareness. I have 2 sisters. If you have sisters, you are born with a built-in system of checks and balances on your self-awareness. It's like, do you think I do this shit and you guys are like, oh my God, yes, Jade, that's a good one. Good one, Jade. No, never. Like, you guys are honestly my biggest critics.
Yeah.
You're the first ones to be like, that's not funny. You're obsessed with yourself. That's lame. Like when I do a joke or a bit, you guys are like, just, the emoji with like the 2 eyes and the straight. That's you guys.
Yeah.
So what I have to say to that is that person clearly doesn't listen to the podcast, or B, doesn't have sisters and know that the awareness is there. It's just like, can I just be myself?
And you can. And they gave us 5 stars. So like.
Right. So like you guys, and here's the thing with this podcast, there's something for everyone. Like if I'm annoying to you, cool. You have 2 other people that can agree with you that I'm fucking annoying.
And sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, Jade's so annoying. Like they're listening and they're like loving it.
And sometimes they're like, Jade's so cool.
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe.
They're like, oh my God, did you guys hear what Jade said? That was so cool.
Maybe. Oh, someone told you were abrasive. That's like on the same level as the insufferable.
Yeah.
That pissed you off.
Yes, that fucking pissed me off because that was when my lymph nodes exploded and I had my chin touched my clavicle and there was no other, it was a straight line.
Do you remember that?
Wait, what was that?
So there was Bailey. We lived in this house, so it was like a few years ago, but
Yeah.
Bailey I hear her in her bathroom one morning and she's like, Pudge, my throat's really swollen. And I was like,
I'm sick.
yeah, she's like, I'm sick. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, okay, come in my room. She was like, my throat's really swollen. And I was like, come in my room, let me see. She turns on my light and I was like, go! Like her.
It was a straight line from my chin to my clavicle. Like there was nothing else there.
It was like during COVID times because I took her to the urgent care.
Yeah.
And we had to wear masks and the doctor like didn't see her face.
Yeah, he's like doing all the things. He's like, you seem fine. I was like, can I take my mask off? And he was like, okay. And I took it off and he was like, gah! And I was like, yeah, this is, look, like I had testicles growing out of my gullet. It was so insane.
Honestly, we were re-looking at those pictures just a couple weeks ago and they still do not disappoint. Like they're so good.
Can I clip this for social media and insert the pictures?
Oh my God. Maybe.
Jeremy, consent.
And the way the look on her face, she's like,
I'm so surprised. It's like, what is happening to me? I'm a medical spectacle. Like, it was so
medical spectacle.
medical spectacle.
You know what I'm going to say, and I feel like we're not allowed to say it.
Don't say it.
I kind of miss like COVID, like quarantine. Quarantine was kind of fun. Like, remember like in March and we're all
When
like
we're like,
clapping.
"Oh, we're gonna go home for 2 weeks."
You're like, oh, this is going to be fun working from home. What a novel concept.
Honestly, COVID.
It was great for me.
I loved it.
I got TikTok.
Yeah, I got TikTok. I just felt like I was like kind of happy. I didn't start getting unhappy until like maybe June, and I was like, is this still going on? This is kind of crazy. But I felt like it was kind of fun. Like I got to cook a lot. I like feel like we all did like those little like Zoom parties,
Yeah.
you know? It was just like, and you didn't feel FOMO. Like I'm a person who feels so much FOMO. And so like everyone was like inside, and it's like you really got to see people's true personalities come out, because you saw the people who were like, I was like, I'm like having the best time with myself. Like this is so much fun. I'm like coming up with new cocktails every night. Then you saw people like losing their minds. Well, obviously within good reason.
Yeah.
I had a great time. I was still working. I was an essential worker.
Right.
As a nanny.
As a nanny.
They really needed me there.
So yeah. Okay. Another thing, like I think we have to just like address the elephant in the room. And
Stop calling Tiger fat. We get it.
no, Tiger is like, he needs to go on Weight Watchers.
Cute.
Because we would be remiss. I know people don't like when we talk about this all the time, but we have to talk about it. Karma is the guy on the Chiefs.
Yep.
Coming straight home to me.
Yep.
Okay. I have some thoughts, but I would like to hear yours first.
Obsessed.
Obviously. You were like,
Hot take. I'm so surprised.
Obsessed.
is there anything Taylor could do within reason? Like, obviously, if she's like,
Yes, but we don't need to talk
hate,
about it.
Like, what could Taylor do to really like,
Honestly,
what has
if
she
Taylor
ever done?
said something hateful, Paige would be like, you know what? I'm going to need to think on this for a second.
Yeah. No,
I need to
literally.
see why.
She was having a bad day, and everyone is allowed to have a bad day.
Yeah, like Taylor could literally be like, you know, like racist tweets reemerge, and Paige would be like, well,
To be fair, though,
We
to be
all have
fair-
some bad tweets, probably.
yeah. Well, and you know what? That's good. She's really built up her, like, you know, cult.
Army.
I would say it's a cult more than an army.
I agree.
Swiftillery.
Swiftillery? What's that?
I don't know. It was an artillery, like army.
Oh, good one.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're obsessed, Bailey. Do you even know what went on?
I saw it
You did? How did that information reach your desk?
from the messages that we've shared with each other.
It's because, do you go on TikTok?
Oh no, this was Instagram.
Okay. You don't go on TikTok at all?
I cannot recall. I do go on TikTok, but I could not say.
Do you follow me on TikTok?
I don't think so.
Do you follow Your Poor Dad Pod on TikTok?
I do not recall.
Okay,
Cool.
nice. So you know that Taylor Swift, she was in Argentina,
Yes. See.
and you know that Travis went there.
See.
And did you see that her dad who is an Eagles fan? He was wearing a Chiefs lanyard,
That's cute.
and he was really buddy with Travis. Like in all the videos, it's like those two together.
I saw those.
Okay, so Bailey's caught up.
Great.
And I feel like, okay, here's my initial thought. You're not going to like it. I really think that this is so much fun. It is so much fun watching them. Like whenever I see them together, I'm like, I get giddy. I get excited. I feel like Taylor Swift like really represents all of us, because like, I think that if you are a woman or just like a human being, you can most likely relate to Taylor Swift's lyrics.
Jade's making a compliment sandwich. She's building Paige up right now. She's going to say her real thought, and then she's going to
Yes.
say something nice.
And I feel like we can, so in Taylor Swift making her lyrics so relatable, we all see a little bit of ourselves in Taylor. And I feel like that's why we all kind of love Taylor so much. So her being able to be in this really fun relationship with a football guy, she's going to the game in the suites, then she's going to like her massive successful tour, and then he's there supporting her with her dad. It's just like, it's kind of a dream for like us, like the girlies, like love it. But I do not think they're in game.
That's fine. That's fine. They I think are for now until they aren't.
I think their energy is a little like, it's off kilter for me.
I think
I also
they're
don't think
so
that
similar.
everyone needs to have like end game in mind every time they're dating
They're
someone.
having fun.
Well, they're being very public, which it
Well,
like
how could they not be?
I mean, she was in a 7-year relationship and not very public
And look how that ended.
after 7 years.
And think about, I can never give you peace. Like literally, she's like, this is what's gonna happen if you date me. And Joe Alwyn, really wanted to keep everything so private, which he can in his life because he is never going to be as known as she is and have so many eyes on him like she does.
But like,
so
as
she
an actor, like, does he not want that? That's a part of the game, right?
But it might be, the
I think that
the
it was
England of it all.
an insecurity of that she was so much more famous than him.
And he's like, yeah, like, I don't want to be.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no, I'm cool with this Hulu show. Like, it's fine. I don't need to be like,
Or he's like, hey, Taylor, thanks for the Hulu show.
yeah. Taylor's like written and produced and directed by Taylor Swift.
And my best friend's wife is in it. So
Who?
Jack Antonoff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like Taylor, like Travis is, we've all seen the resurfaced tweets. Squirrely.
I do love that.
Like,
Okay, but squirrel's a very hard word to spell.
But you want to know what's
no,
not?
it is, but like,
You want to know
Paige, spell squirrel out loud right now.
yeah, spell
Sorry.
squirrel.
Actually, Jade, you spell it.
Yeah.
SQUR. No, wait.
No.
SQUIRREL. Squirrel.
Squirrely.
Squirrel. Crispy R's. I like how Liz Woods keeps reposting like his old tweets, and it's like nap time exclamation mark, like a million exclamation marks. February 1st, 2010. Then nap time March 29th, 2011. Like, he's nothing if not consistent.
He's hibernating.
Okay. I like that. Whoa, we got a lot of submissions.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh
Let's
my God.
go,
the
girls.
girlies. This just gave me like a
Wait,
very.
let me read mine first because I won't have as many.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'm just going to say one thought was that someone said we need to keep anonymous was that she does not like her sister's boyfriend. And I asked for some, details. And basically, the sister is just more invested than he is and like does more and continues to do more. And her and the family, they notice it and they're like, I don't know. So what are our thoughts on that?
That's tough. I feel like in that situation, you really just have to support your sister.
Yeah.
Like, you really can't, like, unless he's being super toxic, a la Tyson, I think that you kind of just have to, like, suck it up. Because if she'll go through those things and she knows, deep down, she knows. And maybe she doesn't. But, like, you need to be there when it, like, doesn't work out because it's probably not going to work out.
Yeah.
It's like when mom would tell Paige to not say anything about your weight when you came home from college. It's like, don't say anything until Jade says it first.
Right. And then I'm like,
then once you open the conversation, then it's like,
Thank
do you
God.
think that Derek should be contributing to our relationship more? And it's like, thank God you asked, because yes,
Derek's
he
a
absolutely
loser.
should. Yeah.
Derek Shepard's the biggest loser
Oh,
ever.
what?
Oh,
He's
wait.
like mapping the brain for the president. Good job. You know?
What?
You wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Okay, the last one. And this is just some tea.
Ooh, I
that we
love
got.
tea.
So it says, ooh, y'all are going to like this one. There's a younger brother of someone we know that's married with a baby under 1. that's cheating on his wife habitually, sexting underage girls, and supposedly his dad is involved too. Receipts from one of the girls with all of the info and messaging exchanges of this guy confessing it all to this girl in a braggy way. Hashtag despicable.
Despicable. I like that word.
That is despicable.
Despicable.
That is some tea.
That's some tea. I want to guess who it is, but
Well,
like
it's also like what I want to know.
it's somebody that we all know's little sibling.
Maybe.
And you know what? I just want to go out on a limb here and say that we don't like that this person was messaging underage girls.
Yeah, obviously that's not something that we are like.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, no, we definitely don't like that. But the thing is, I just wonder.
Now I need to know.
I know. Well,
Okay, we have a lot of things that
Okay,
we can
let's
get
go.
to. Okay. Advice on hooking up with casual flings with guys in your apartment complex.
ooh, that's tricky.
Where do you live?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Where do you live?
Like, remember any apartment that I've lived in where more than one person lives there?
I guess.
You meet somebody at the pool, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm in building A." They're like, "I'm in building D," and then
D as in D's nuts.
I just think that's really touchy because things
Okay.
can go bad quick, and you guys know where each other lives.
Yes, I feel like you need to proceed with caution because I think that you need to protect yourself in case that you start catching feelings and then it doesn't work out and then you see him with another girl at the apartment complex.
And
Or
what
if
this-
you're able to handle him seeing you with another guy.
Oh, I
and
wouldn't care about that.
What
That's
if this person ends up being a little like
crazy?
unbearable,
Insufferable.
insufferable, some would say.
Yeah.
Abrasive.
And you're stuck.
Then you're stuck. I'm kind of for it. I feel like it
You would
depends
be
on-
for it because you're toxic.
I know. But I think that here's the thing, like you can only do it if he likes you more than you like him. If you like him any ounce, even equal, if you like him equal or any
What is up with you? Like, you're all about, I feel like today, like, who likes whom more? I
No,
feel
I'm
like this
always
is-
like that.
and
I'm
it's
always about
why
that.
does that, like,
Because first of all, if you are in a situation where you have more feelings for the other person, that's just power dynamics and the power shift is going to be off. And I feel like if you're going to protect yourself, you want to like, if you feel yourself liking this person more, then you don't need, like, if there's a line, you need to stay at the line. You don't need to cross over into his territory. So I would do everything like on your terms. And if you like him a little more, I would just kind of like brush it off as long as you can. Like keep the like tension high, make him like work for it.
and Bailey doesn't even know what an apartment is, so.
I know, an apartment.
Where do you live?
Okay, but from even where you lived, was there that many like hot young singles that you would have like hooked up with? I
Yeah.
feel like at the pool we saw a lot of people, but like
Yeah, they live there.
you brought like 10 friends over.
It's an apartment pool.
Remember? Well,
Okay, this is a spicy
Okay.
one. Spicy.
Spicy. Why is it so spicy?
Okay, I'm curious as to how the sisters would handle this situation. I met and hooked up with a guy 12 years ago on a Vegas trip. We've seen each other once in person since then, but we've kept in touch off and on when I wasn't in a relationship, since this mostly involved sexting. Recently, we've been sexting pretty frequently and also having the occasional sexy FaceTime. Ooh. However, I had this nagging feeling that he was in a relationship, even though I really didn't have any reasons to suspect this. I should note that he doesn't have any social media. Red flag. I finally Googled him, hoping to put my nagging feeling to rest, but I was not prepared for what I found. I found his wedding pictures and wedding registry from 2021. Just to cover my bases, I found his wife's Facebook and Instagram accounts to confirm they are still very much together. Mind you, this man invited me on a ski trip to Jackson Hole when he has a wife at home. So how would the sisters handle this? How do I confront him? Send something to him from their registry? I don't really want to get involved, but but would you tell the wife? I'm still in shock and feel horrible, even though I had absolutely no idea. Okay, girl. So don't feel bad. First of all, he's the dog here.
And here's what you do. You send a screenshot of one of his wedding pictures. You send it to him and you are like, no, you're disgusting. And then you say, I sent that to your wife.
No. Here's what you do. You send a screenshot of one of the wedding pictures. You send a screenshot of you checking out of their registry. And you send a screenshot of her Facebook. Is the registry
still active?
Yeah, it's active for years.
Oh.
So here's the trifecta. You send a screenshot of the wedding pictures. You send a screenshot of you like on crateandbarrel.com, like pretending to buy some bowls, don't actually buy the bowls. And then you send a screenshot of the wife's Facebook and Instagram. So then and then
you send a screenshot of the message that you're not going to send. And then you block him.
No, don't send a message.
No, but you make it seem like you're going to send her a message. You show him.
No, this is what you do.
Too late.
No, you write a letter. Handwrite a letter.
Lily's like, get your quill out.
Previously printed a picture of like their wedding picture. That's the letterhead. You write it. You frame it. And then you overnight it, a la Justin Timberlake, as a breakup letter. And then you say, put this on your fucking baby nursery wall.
No, you know it'd be amazing if they have like any sort of frame on their registry. You buy that frame, send it to yourself,
and then you write a letter.
Write a letter and put it in that frame.
Yeah.
No, but I really like the idea of like sending the 3 screenshots and then blocking him.
You can skip step 2. You do not need to go to why do they need it? Does she need to pretend to check out of the registry?
Because I think that's funny, because then he's going to be waiting to see when, like, oh shit, is that going to be like, and you can even show a screenshot of like your husband's cheating on you.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but in the registry thing, so he's going to be waiting for the mail to come. So it's almost like what you're saying, but like in a different psychotic way.
Yeah.
But then the best part is block him, because then he is like literally screaming into the void. It's like being trapped in like one of those like Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah.
You know, where you're just like lost in like the internet.
And I like scaring him a little bit.
Tell him to get up there.
At least because he is not your responsibility.
Exactly.
You don't have to care if he learns a lesson or if he doesn't learn a lesson. It has literally nothing to do with you.
Get up there. Get up there.
Get up there. Oh, sorry.
Now he's going to bite you.
You're going to take his fucking eye out?
Oh, he says, I love you. No, but if you pretend to get him while telling him to get up there, then he'll jump up on with his brother.
I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to like poke your eye out. Come on, baby.
He'll get you.
Come on.
Oh, you have to help me.
He says, come on.
I'm gonna throw my back out.
Come on, Auntie.
You're huge. Dude, why is he so big?
He's normal.
No, he's not. This is huge for a little Frenchie. Like his body cannot keep up with how big he's getting.
He's a big boy.
He's not getting any bigger.
Hi, baby. You love me. I love you. I'm scared.
No, you can kiss him.
Tiger has been known to bite.
Not faces.
Not faces yet. I don't want to be the first face. Okay. Oh shit! I forgot. I have all the information here. Okay.
Do you want me to take my dog?
No, he's fine. So yeah, I would definitely not tell the wife, but I would just freak him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna respond to her. What should I say? OMG, responding on the pod right now. Okay, next one. Let me pull it up. So many. Okay, how do I make a man like me who doesn't seem to like me? Give me your tricks. Okay, here's the first thing that you have to learn. That you cannot make a man like you who doesn't like you, and you have to focus your energy on people who are like
you,
who are good leads. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. Like, and then we can talk about tricks to make them more like, you know, infatuated with you from there. But like, if someone doesn't like you, you cannot make them like you, and you have to move on.
Yeah, like we'll go back to the story that I told last time about me shooting my shot and getting double shot down. That man doesn't like me, and that is totally fine. But I respect that, and I'm not going to try to convince this man to like me. You know what I mean? And so you don't need to do that either. You know, wait until you find someone that likes you a little bit.
Yeah, and here's the best advice I have is that if somebody doesn't like you, so first of all, I was looking up like a keyword in my text to find something that somebody said to me, and then it like put me onto a text with like Colorado, and I was like, oh my gosh, let me see like what was happening at this time. Like this was 2020, and he was literally responding to me with one word answers, and I was like responding with paragraphs.
And that is why you book on Southwest.
And that's why you book on Southwest, because sometimes they break up with you and you have to change your flight or cancel it, and you need the credits. But so yeah, you can't make somebody like you. You just have to focus, like, and the more you don't interact, and I say that to say, like, I wish I just would have shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally looking at those texts and I was like, who is this girl? Like, I don't know this person. Like, this is not anything I would ever do. Can you like sit or lay or something? Like, he's literally a walrus. Like, he's
Okay, give him to me
No,
then.
I love him, but like, he's a walrus.
Oh no, he's so happy.
No, he really likes me. Look, he can feel you trying to take him. Look, we're in love.
You're afraid of him?
He says we're gonna sing a duet now.
It's like, this feels like the time that I was at this like Mexican, literally in Mexico. Not, I don't say that in a derogatory way. But I was in Mexico and I was at this like little like park where you could swim with animals, and I was in a tiny cage smaller than this room with a sea lion in like the water. And then they had the sea lion come up and like,
Is it a cage fight? Why would you be in a
because they were
room with just a sea lion?
do you
because
remember
you're
when we
supposed
were
to
in
swim with?
Do you remember when we were in a cage with a dolphin?
Yeah,
It wasn't smaller than this room.
but it's a sea lion, not a dolphin.
I
and then
didn't
the
want to
and the
take my
sea lion-
chances with either one of
The
them.
sea lion came up and gave me a kiss, and I was just like, this thing could rip my fucking face off.
could.
Yes. And that's what I feel. That's how I feel about your dog right now in my lap with his like jaws next
He
to
is a little sea
He's-
lion.
He's literally Jigsaw from the Saw. He's like, could do like bad things at any moment, and you're just like, it's like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
He said, "Mommy, hold me. This woman's crazy." Okay, so there's your I know, like, as somebody who is like, I have like a toxic, I like to dabble in the toxicity, not with like Mr. Roberts. I feel like he's very healthy. Honestly, like Mr. Roberts was like, I had to act right because he's like so healthy that like I couldn't do any toxic shit with him. But I would say if somebody does not like you, take it from me, don't even engage. Yeah. Okay. Current boyfriend's ex-wife was caught giving inside info to my ex-baby daddy.
Hold on. Slower.
Okay.
Again.
Current boyfriend's ex-wife was caught giving inside info to my ex-baby daddy. Oh,
About
shit.
what?
Okay. Well, we don't know.
That's all she says.
That's all she said. We need to know more. Current boyfriend's ex-wife was caught giving inside info. So she must be hearing some shit, and then she's telling that shit to this girl's baby daddy. Well, now we
Yeah, but
need
it's like,
to...
is the inside info about her boyfriend and the ex-wife,
Well, it's probably
or
just like the
about
inside
her and the baby daddy?
Well, it's probably no. It's probably inside info about like just whatever's going on. Like regardless, like this ex-wife is trying to like, you know, catch some hands clearly, because at the end of it she said, "Messy, see you next Tuesday." So I don't think she's very happy, and I feel like she would probably, you know, she's probably handling it. Honestly, I need to know more.
I would love to know more.
Haven't heard anything on VPR in a bit. Thoughts on season 11? Thoughts on Special Forces? Okay. I was a little VPR'd out, and VPR season 11. I think we're on season
11.
12. Oh, the next one's going to be season 11. Okay. I'm excited for it. From what I've seen at BravoCon, Sheena I'm not really sure. Sheena's just like such a flip flopper, and I thought she stopped doing that, but she was like hanging out with Tom Sandoval. She apparently defended herself and said that she was just like talking to him about something that like he did to Ariana. I don't know. We'll see. Thoughts on Special Forces. I did see that clip where JoJo Siwa just like threw Tom Sandoval over her shoulders like a continental soldier, and she literally started running.
How did I miss that? I saw the clip where he's like, yeah. What did he call himself, a celebrity or something? But he's like, yeah, like the whole world knew about this affair. I saw that clip and I was like,
He's such a loser. Relationship updates for all three of you.
single.
Happy, Bailey?
Happy.
Okay, I'm happy.
Oh,
Well, I guess.
happily.
Sorry.
in-
Actually, you know what? That was kind of
involved.
like fucking like see you next Tuesday E of me.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, so I just meant like happily together. Like things are good in the Roberts.
You're in a happily
Involved.
committed relationship.
Right. But I just want to say to all the single girlies, I like ride hard for the single girlies because I know how it is, especially the over 30 single girlies.
Such as yourself.
Such as you. Because I think that a lot of the girlies out here who have never been single in their 30s, they have a hard time understanding it's such a different feeling being single in your 30s. It's not like any worse or anything. It's just like a different feeling.
I think it's kind of like interesting and weird because like you get to know yourself like over history. A lot of the times you'd get like married very young and then you'd have to like, get to know yourself as
that
one
person.
half of a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, part of your identity is a wife or a girlfriend or something. Then now that you don't have to like get married or like enter into a partnership, you get to know yourself and then it's like, okay, me as this whole person is going to choose to enter into a partnership or not, which I think is just a very like different, interesting thing that is really valuable.
I think to that point, I think it's interesting that when you are in your 20s and you get married, or like you're in your 20s and you're with the same person, you are knowing yourself always with this person. And I feel like when you're in a partnership, it's almost like you have like a built-in kind of safety net where like you can kind of fuck up and that person's like always there and you don't have to like really get vulnerable and put yourself out there. And I'm speaking this from experience. And then when you get into your 30s and you really get to know yourself, like, because I think in your 30s, you do know yourself a little better. It's interesting to like date in that way where you don't have like that insecurity.
Yes. I also think that people who do enter into like a partnership or a marriage in their 20s can be vulnerable with their partner.
No, I
Like,
know.
I think that's it's a different way of like growing and like learning about yourself,
I'm
whether
not
you're with
saying-
someone or not with someone.
I think it's a different kind of vulnerability because there's nothing more vulnerable than being like 30, thinking you're being with somebody forever. I mean, Paige, you've been there too. Like thinking that you're like, you have this life that you are like planning in your head. Like every night before you lay your little head down on your pillow, you're like, okay, like this is how my life is going to go. And then having that ripped out from under you and then like entering the world, it almost feels like you're kind of like naked in the world. And you're like, okay, like how do I want to dress now? Like, how do I want to do this? You know what I mean? It's like you're rebuilding yourself.
Yeah, and do you remember last week when you were telling me that I really need to like I'm single, I need to find a boyfriend. And so I need to find somebody in the first 3 months or else I'm not going to have anybody for the holidays next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you remember you saying I was in my flop era?
With dating.
You just said you're in your flop era.
I think you are.
And
I
that
think
was just like no one asked for your opinion. Like I was just sitting at dinner and you just were like, "You know what? I think you're in your flop era." And I was like, "Oh."
Wait, you were at dinner?
Yeah, me, you, and Mom were at dinner.
Because I think that you are just like you are usually like the powerful bad bitch like in any sort of dating situation, and I just feel like you're going through like a growing pain right now. And
Because I'm not dating.
right.
But that's not a growing pain.
Oh no, but I
Like,
think it's like the people.
it's because I don't want to be dating.
Okay.
You know
well,
what I
maybe I
mean?
said that in a wrong way, but I really just think that like this is like a growing pain, and like it's like diamonds are made under pressure, as they say.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
But I didn't mean flop era like in a bad way.
You meant it in a good way.
No, I just meant
It's
it in
like
like
if you're in a belly flop contest. Like you're the best one of it.
no, I just mean it in the way that like I just feel
I
like
mean, in your eyes, like you think that I should be dating more than I am. Like it bothers you that like I haven't dated this year.
no.
Yes.
It bothers me who you have dated.
I
and
dated
who-
one person this year.
I know.
And I dated that person because they were a comfortable, safe person. Like I did not go on a date with one new person this year.
Which is fine.
But I think in your eyes that means it's a flop.
In my eyes, I don't think there's anything right or wrong, but my personal opinion is that I think it'd be good if you like tried to date.
I think that it would be bad if I tried to date when I don't like want to.
Yes.
I think it'd be unproductive.
I think so too.
Okay. Well, how to get over a friendship breakup when maybe you were at fault?
Man, I don't freaking know. I still think about this friendship breakup that I had earlier this year at the very beginning of the
That
year.
was this year?
Yeah, it was
my
January
God.
of this year.
It was like last year.
And
Coming up on your breakup anniversary.
And now the more I think about it, it's like, obviously, if I would have reached out at any point in time, I think she would have responded and acted like things, like nothing happened. Mm-hmm. And so I think about that a lot. I'm like, okay, well, should I just do that? But then, no, I shouldn't, because that's not the freaking point. The point, do you really, and maybe this is me just talking about my thing. Depending on how much you were at fault, but it's like that friendship was like, she didn't realize how one-sided it was. Mm-hmm. And, I'm just trying to be like, okay, a friendship should be giving on both ends, right? And so if it's only giving, if I give in again, yeah, she'll take it and then act like nothing happens, because she will never be the one to ever say sorry.
Right.
And I would. And the thing is, she didn't even need to say sorry. She just needed to just be like, hey, what's up? Just one reach out.
I think with her, like, okay, friendships give and take from both sides. Yes. But I also think that there's some like peace in like friendships that don't give or take from each other. They just kind of like exist, and like you like pump each other up, but like you don't need a lot. But I think she asks for a lot. And I think that's the difference between like it's not like the most I can give in a friendship sometimes is just like my support or my attention or like, but she's not only asking for that, she's asking for like monetary shit for you to do. And I think her not understanding that side of it,
and not even just her not understanding, but not punishing me when I say, hey, I'm single, like I don't have a double income, like a dual income, like I can't afford this luxurious thing, like to expect somebody who is single, this happened to me too, to expect somebody who is single to go out of the country by themselves and have to pay for a room by
fucking
themselves.
Psychotic. It's rude. It's out of touch. It's honestly like she is a bad friend.
Well, it was only, I don't necessarily think the ask was bad. I think it was whenever it was awkward that I had to say, like, I'm sorry, this is too much money for me to pay. Like, I can't afford that. Like, can we do something else? Or, you know, I'll come see you a different weekend.
Here are
kind of
the
thing.
options.
Yeah. And it was like, wow, like, I can't believe
That's psychotic. That's
Yeah.
truly psychotic behavior. Honestly, fuck her. Like, that's getting me like riled up. Like, for somebody to say that, like, who the fuck do you think you are? That you can just expect somebody to like drop a bunch of money for your birthday. It's not even like your wedding. It's like literally your birthday. Like, okay, are you 5?
Yeah, I mean, she said, okay. And then she just, like, didn't talk to me. And
I
was
know. So, like, fuck her. Literally. That's like, if you're going to end a friendship over that, like, you're not a friend that is worth being in my life, honestly.
well, that was just, like, the start. But anyways.
I know.
What do
Sorry.
mean?
I just felt like a little heated.
I think that with the friendship, it just depends. I think that you should always, if you did something wrong and if that is eating at you, you should apologize.
Well, I think that, like, you should just find peace that you're not going to have that friend in your life anymore.
Yeah, or
like,
that.
Because, I mean, let's say she already, like, apologized or whatever, and the girl was just like, yeah, no. Because we don't know what this person did. Like, what is she like?
Yeah.
That's really bad.
If it's already been said, if all the things have been said, then you just kind of have to let it go.
Honestly, friendship breakups are the hardest ones to get through. And it's kind of similar to a romantic breakup because time heals all wounds. And you just have to learn from that friendship, like what you liked about that friendship. And you just have to be okay with, like, that was a moment in time that you're never going to get back. And that's kind of life. Like, there's a lot of times that I look back at my life and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that was such a fun moment in time. I miss that person, but you can never get it back.
Yeah.
And you just have to, like, learn to come to peace with it. And if you did something wrong, like, maybe you just take that lesson and carry that into a new friendship. Maybe go to therapy. Not that you need it. Ooh, this is good. Nightmare roommates.
I have a really good one.
Which one?
She would hide dishes in her room, and all of the dishes were mine, which that wasn't necessarily the problem, but I wasn't the only one that did the dishes, but I was the main one that did the dishes. And so I'm putting them away.
It was 4 girls total that
Yeah.
lived there. Paige knew one of them from high school, and then the other 2 were from college.
Yeah, the other 2 were like new. And I'm like, where are all of our dishes? Like, this is crazy. Like, I just emptied the dishwasher. And so I'm like, oh, I'm sure they probably have like cups and things on their nightstand. I'm just going to go grab them. And, you know, I go in one, there's a cup, a cup. And then I'm in the third one, I'm like, there's nothing here. So I'm shutting the door. And then something catches my eye. And behind the TV, I see a cereal bowl with a spoon in it. And I'm like, wait, that's weird. And so I grab it. There's still milk. Well, what used to be milk in this bowl.
What did not evaporate?
Yeah. And so then something just goes over me and I'm like, why was this hidden behind the TV? Other things might be hidden. So I just start looking through this girl's room when she wasn't home. In the drawers, like her desk drawer, her dresser drawers, her bathtub, underneath her sink, wine glasses, plates, bowls, cups, literally everything. And it was so shocking. And the weirder part is I'm going through this girl's room when she's not home and I'm grabbing all of these things and I'm boiling water. I'm like sanitizing all of these dishes, okay? Because I don't know how long they've been in there. And then I don't know how I'm supposed to say, hey, I invaded your privacy and your space because
And
we
you're
needed
fucking disgusting.
because we needed dishes and they were all hiding in your room. So I opened every single drawer and door in your room to grab them. Don't worry, I cleaned them. But now I know your secret. Like I never
Did you say?
I never admitted it to her and she never asked. She
That's
obviously knew
creepy.
that somebody, like she lived
She
there.
saw the
like she saw, like she saw the bowls. And
She's like, oh, my rotten cereal bowl with my moldy milk. Milk
Oh my
in your
god, I've been
room?
trying to train my rat to bring it out to the kitchen.
Oh, wait, don't do that. I like it
Gus
because
Gus is about to bring it out there. All right, should we end
Should we-
it or something?
Should we end this?
The most random episode ever.
All right. Who wants to sign us off? Bailey? You took us into this world. You can take us right out.
Oh my God, I'm so honored. And guys, I'm sure that you're so thrilled that I'm back. My voice is just as gorgeous as ever. I'm sure that you're so happy that it's tickling your little eardrums. Thank you for listening. And also, please send us a little email at yourpoordad@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, yourpoordadpod at Instagram.com, probably. Follow us on TikTok, yourpoordadpod. What else could they do? Oh, leave us a review on Spotify and the podcast app. And
5 stars, please.
5 stars. Even
5 stars.
Despite my insufferable
No,
personality.
I am insufferable.
And I am lacking self-awareness.
Exactly.
You're insufferable. Jade's unbearable.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And tell us what else you think about us.
Yeah,
And I'm abrasive.
yeah, and just, get us some more sisters. And we really love reading your guys' stories, advice, whatever it is. So please, please, please keep doing that. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We're thankful for you.
We are very thankful for you. And we will talk to you next week.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.